Your eyes, Stira. There is pain, endless and deep, but also devotion, blazing like the sun. You're in love, are you not? You are wise to admit it. When it comes to love, vulnerability is armor, truth a sword, and trust a shield. I pray you wield all three, Stira. Bring the one you love to me. I will look into your hearts and see if your love is eternal or doomed eternally.
Well, if you insist.
Gale, the learned wizard, the charming gentleman, the walking apocalypse. Listen, think. If the wizard were given the choice, what food would he be?
Ah, the fruit of scholars. How I long to have a troop of loyal students grace me with apples by the orchardful in exchange for wisdoms imparted. I'm not opposed to a bowl of something mysterious and rib-sticking, but I certainly don't identify as one. You think so little of me? At least you didn't compare me to a spotted dick. An apt metaphor, though I hope it won't lose me some kisses.
The heart is fraught, so let us turn to the joyous. When is Gale happiest?
Bravo! That is indeed where my mind wanders to, when times are hard. Once, perhaps. But those passions have soured. You make me sound like some preening peacock. I'm not that bad.
We often gaze through a veil of roses, but love accepts both the petal and the thorn. Gale, what is his greatest flaw?
I have worse failings, I fear. Far worse. Hearing it said out loud. Yes, I fear it is true. Fate seems determined to make a sacrifice of me. But perhaps fate can yet be defied. A perfect score. It seems you know me better than I know myself. It seems you've been paying attention to me, though there is always room for improvement. I've had a little stone caught in my boot the last while. Clearly, that makes for a better traveling companion than you do.
Oh, I'm the one you love. Well, my dear, how could I say no?
Astarion, a tumultuous past, hides behind a mirthful grin. The heart is fraught, so let us begin with the joyous. When is he happiest?
Excuse me, I've been happy. Thank you very much. I'm not right now, but whose fault is that? Guilty as charged, sometimes literally. It's a grimace, sweetie. Not off to a great start.
Many things delight the heart, but only one makes it sing. Tell me, what does he desire more than anything?
You're not wrong, but do we need to tell every stranger we meet our business? Oh, yes. Yes, please. Really? Of all the things you could think of, that.
Fear sits in the soul of all. To tame it, we must name it. Astarion, what is his deepest fear?
Oh, you're very funny. Did I ever mention that? Ha! Well, when you look this good... Really? Yes, but really, you just tell whatever stranger just walked up and asked. Oh, I like that answer. Yes, let's go with that. Well, you were right every time. I almost wish you hadn't been, but you do know me. I have to say, you know me better than I thought. I'll have to be more mysterious in future. Well, that was a disaster. Can we call time on this farce, please?
Absolutely. This is going to be great fun.
Karlak. Her fire within can incinerate an enemy or warm a beloved. Listen, think. Who does she loathe above all others?
Just the sound of his name makes my blood boil. Probably literally. Can't stand the fucker. Ding ding. She's the worst of the worst. I suppose the devil can't help her nature, but she's got a really goddamn bad nature. I'd be highly entertained if he choked on a button, but I don't hate him, per se. Excuse you! I think not. Not ever.
Many things delight the heart, but only one makes it sing. Tell me, what is her idea of a perfect day?
Oh, I'd rather have my horns yanked out with tweezers. Come on, give me a little action. You know me too well.
A decade from now, what will the mighty Karlak do? Where will she be?
She's nice, but I'm more of a sunlight girl myself. Kids, huh? I don't know. How about a really mean goat? But I don't know. Things can change, I guess. I've heard. Honestly, probably. But hopefully not anytime soon. I've got a lot of living to do yet. You really know me, don't you? It's wild. In so many ways, we barely know each other. But where it counts, you're deeper in my head than that tadpole. You did pretty well there, soldier. I have to say, I'm impressed. Well, I think we've proven here today that we really don't know each other very well, do we? Oh well, there's time.
Love, is it? I hadn't realized I'd bowled you over that much. Give it a try, then. Impress me.
Shadowheart. An endless storm surges behind sharp eyes. Listen. Think. From where does Shadowheart draw comfort on a cold, dark night?
I see. Are you sure you don't want to quit while you're behind? Well put. Though I'll forgive a middling wine so long as the company makes up the difference.
The heart craves comfort, but needs respect. How does one earn the dark-haired maiden's respect?
Very good. Just don't say it so loud. Not completely off the mark, but there's easier paths into my good graces.
Shame sits in the soul of all. To tame it, we must name it. Shadowheart, what is her deepest shame?
I didn't think a little game would sting so much when I agreed to this. But you're right. Hardly. My association with you might be a contender after that attempt. A perfect score. I'm flattered. Have you been studying up on me every night at camp? You didn't do abysmally, I suppose. That's worth something. I suppose I should be grateful. You helped me shed any illusions that you might have been paying attention. Thank you.
Gladly. We each know the other's heart to the fullest. There is little to fear here.
Halsin, nature's gentle steward and furious defender. Listen, think. When is he most comfortable?
A fair assumption. Perhaps not the truest answer of all, but still in good judgment. Mindless gorging? No, that is not right. I did not realize you thought that of me. Scholarly pursuits are important, but my heart lies elsewhere. This is the truth. I live for the wilderness. Comfort is for the farm animal, snug in its pen.
We strive to do our utmost, to prove ourselves worthy. Tell me, of what is Halsin most proud?
No, that is not right. My body's but a vessel to serve nature with. To take pride in it is to indulge in vanity. Pleasant, vivid memories, yes, but my greatest source of pride? No. A source of pride, true. I can think of greater feats, but that one is cherished all the same. This is the truth. I sense I will never surpass that moment, when nature awoke from its nightmare.
Life is full of victory and loss. You cannot have one without the other. Halsin, what is his greatest failure?
Perhaps not my greatest failure, but a sizable one, yes. My faith in Korga showed poor judgment, put mildly. Very mildly. No, that wasn't my most glorious moment, but my greatest failure? Far from it. No, you are mistaken. Rejecting unwanted advances is no failure, even if it earned me some scars. It is true. Nature suffered while I dawdled, and allowed myself to be distracted. The curse is no more, true, but imagine if I'd been faster, bolder, better. Lives would have been saved. More than I care to count. But I must move on. Nature demands that I do. I had high expectations, but even still, I am impressed. You may know me better than I know myself. You understand me almost perfectly. Only my late mother may have bested you. An unfortunate result. Perhaps we should not have partaken.
Why not? Could be good for a laugh.
Will, the courageous heart tormented by the infernal. Listen, think. What on his darkest day would make him smile?
Indeed. You are a source of light among shadows. Still are, for that matter. A necessary step for my city's future. The hell's fires ran red hot that day. I don't remember it fondly. You'd have been right not so long ago. But things have changed. A different time, a different blade. A mug of nutty danda and a plate of cured meats. It's no Mount Celestia, but it's close.
We cannot live this life without others. Others to guide us, to aspire to. Who does the blade most admire?
Indeed. We've not always seen eye to eye, but his every thought, every act was in service to his people. Among men, there is none greater. Yes, a hero in all senses. a courageous explorer and a just spirit. Would that we all aspired to his greatness. Hardly. Astonishing that you'd even utter her name. Hells, have I fallen so far from your favor?
Life is a difficult and tumultuous thing. With every smile, a tear often follows. What is Will's greatest regret?
The Hells threatened to swallow the city. I made the only choice I could. He gave me no choice. But it's true. I often wonder, what if I'd said the right words, made the right promises? Maybe I'd have been with him on the journey from Elturel. Maybe there'd be no absolute, no infections, no this. It pains me to hear you say it. We shared a bond, or so I thought. Does it mean nothing to you? No, we acted justly. That Karlach still lives is a delight worth celebrating, not lamenting. You know me. You understand me. And for that, I'm forever grateful. This was good fun. You know me fairly well, it turns out. Together we've shed blood, shared words, yet you've learned so little.
I know my heart, and yours, better than this creature ever will. But we can indulge it if you wish.
Minthara. A mask of ice hides a heart of pure fire. You do well to call her close. Listen. Think. What does the drow miss most about the Underdark?
Not just siblings. Androcide, Senicide, Avunculocide. I only regret I left before enjoying a matricide. That would be a memory to cherish. Spiders are Loth's creatures, as was I. Her cult controlled me just as the Absolute did. Not a pleasant memory at all. There was no love to be found. My mother would have poisoned her own milk to torment me. It is true. Surface food lacks flavor. House Bainray banquets were legendary.
Many pass through our lives, their touch rippling across time. But who does Minthara admire the most?
Please. I'd rather spend my nights with a Dryad than that do-gooder and his pussy cat. I think not. The gods are more fickle than the fools who follow them. If I admired nobody, I would travel alone. You have earned my admiration. And more. Presumptuous, but not inaccurate. You have earned my companionship. That is no easy task.
Those with an icy facade hide their true selves well. But pain breaks us all in the end. What is the worst thing your love has ever done?
I do not know what weakness of mine allowed them to take me. That haunts me more than anything they did to me. I barely remember the grove. I was not myself. But my only regret is that I exerted myself in the name of a false god. Self-deprecation is not endearing. It is demeaning. Without Loth or the Absolute, I am free for the first time. Some may call it exile. I call it independence. You know my heart. And I am glad. You are the first. Are we finished? You were only mildly disappointing. Well done.
Yes, but be warned. I play to win.
Lae'zel, passion of the heart and blade wage war in her soul. Listen, think, what does she most desire?
I would not be ascended, not by my will and not by Vlaakith's. Are you truly so indifferent to me? You hear my words, you see my path. It is good to be known. Bah, trivialities. Have you been so inattentive?
Many things delight the heart, but only one makes it sing. Tell me, what is the Githyanki's fondest memory?
What would you know of Kalir? I trained, I studied, I excelled. I had no need of friends. Well observed. There is no fouler scent, and no sweeter than that of a Nyogi's blood. A small delight indeed. I did not want their friendship. I wanted their fear.
Life is brief, finite. When the warrior dies, what legacy will she leave behind?
I suggest you stop speaking. For your own health, of course. All we have seen, all that has changed, and you still cling to old crusades. I will be feared, this much is true. As a monster? No. As a champion? Most certainly. You confuse fiction for fact. Even at my most loyal, I never longed for the Githyanki throne. I will carry the truth to my people, whatever it might mean. Only time will tell how I'm remembered. I should know not to underestimate you. You see me with clear eyes and an open mind. An illuminating exercise. You've listened, if not always with both ears in attendance. I suppose I should be grateful. You helped me shed any illusions that you've been paying attention.
Oh, the Dryad is comely enough. But you? Don't poke at questions you don't want the answer to, cub.
Boo? Does our friend know another Minsk? One that they might be courting, perhaps?
Wait, I'm the one you love? Oh, no. That's so sad. But no, there's absolutely no way this is happening.
I don't think so. Seems a little, I don't know, just no.
I say you'd better start looking for your true love, because it's not me.
No, thank you. Sounds as appealing as milking cottage cheese directly from a geriatric cow.
Nature is my true love. You, I merely tolerate.
I don't think so. But I appreciate the offer.
I'd sooner slice off both my hands and feed them to a rabid boar.
A sweet gesture, but all this, it's not really for me.
Perhaps you're overestimating my affection towards you a tad? You'd better seek a partner in embarrassment elsewhere.
I'm flattered, but pick another. Watching the Dryad make you cry will be entertainment enough.
You flatter me, but also overestimate our bond, I think. Perhaps there is another you can turn to.
Not today. Or any other time, come to think of it.
What do I say? Melon? Donkey? Sunrise? Whichever words will get you to leave me out of this.
With you? Please. That story's written in stone, and it ends with you on one side of the world and me on the other.
No. And if you refer to me as my dear again, I will cut out your tongue.
Minsk is flattered. But surely you must know that his heart is already of the hamster shape, and twice as fuzzy.
I had always kept my heart hidden, but I allowed you to see it. To see me. It saddens me that you saw a stranger instead.